Tonight's matchup is presented by True North Bank. Unlock your potential. The Red Sox trying to avoid a Yankee sweep on this beautiful night at Fenway Park. Peyton Tolley is back up to make the start against Walpole's own Cam Schlittler. Red Sox playing to snap the Yankees' 5-game winning streak. And we welcome you back, everybody. Dave O'Brien alongside Lou Merloni. Jemiah Webster coming up shortly. Roman Anthony out of the lineup for the second consecutive game, Lou, because of that back problem he's dealing with. That means Jarren Duran will get the start in the leadoff spot. He's coming off 3 hits.
Yeah, offensively, really the only bright spot here the last couple of nights. And this is when Jarren Duran is at his best. He gets a fastball up from Fried and hits it off the green monster, driving the ball the other way. He did it again as well. He had 2 doubles off the green monster in this one. And when you start looking at his stance, there was a change in his stance. You look at an at-bat, say a week ago, it was April 7th or so. Look where the hands are. They're already lower. The leg kick, you're going to see it's going to come up. There's just too much movement in this first swing. See him just diving down and just really out of control, a lot going on. Well, last night, really the last couple of days, the hands are already high. Those don't need to be moved. They can stay still, and the toe tap is back. What we saw years ago, there's so much more control in his swing. Get back to driving it the other way in the leadoff spot where he belongs.
2 years ago, so good in that spot. Schlittler dominated the Sox in the wild card round last October. He's been going back and forth with Red Sox fans ever since. He knows it could get loud out there tonight here at Game 3 at Fenway Park. Red Sox Yankees coming your way next.
Chevy trucks are as capable.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason. Get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. True North Bank. Unlock your potential. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Gorgeous night here at Fenway. Warmed up a little bit. Red Sox and the Yankees. Game number 3. Peyton Tolley on the mound and Jemiah Webster. Talk about a colorful presence. He's really a quote factory. Looking forward to tonight. Add some intrigue to this series.
Absolutely, Dave. And he seems just like himself. As I ran into him earlier this afternoon, and he said, great to see you. And I said, great to see you as well, as he gets ready to make his 2026 Major League debut here with the Red Sox after pitching in AAA to start the year. But the Red Sox and him looking to have a great outing here against the Yankees. He burst onto the scene last year, not only with his talent, but his personality, and the Red Sox tonight just want him to keep being himself.
You know, it's really interesting, right? Like, you want to maximize, you know, our pitcher's strengths, right? And we talk about Tolley's elite fastball, and his fastball quality is in the upper tier of major leaguers. And I think the sinker addition is a big one to just kind of continue to accentuate what he does well. And that's plus extension and throws the ball really hard. And that's a different look for both lefties and righties to have to tunnel the 4 and the 2. And then you got the cutter off of that. And then using the changeup and the curveball as like kind of ancillary pitches in the arsenal. They have their utility, but just knowing when to dose them in appropriately and to what hitters is really the quality of it. But yeah, it's the fastball, sinker, cutter main events, and sprinkling the changeup, curveball.
You know, Tolley pitched really well in AAA. He was 2-0 with a 3 ERA. Last time out on April the 12th, he threw 5 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts. He's opposite Cam Schlittler, who last time versus the Sox sent them into the offseason. They're trying to avoid a sweep here tonight. First pitch with Dave and Lou on the way next.
Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. And powered by Salem 5. Add the power of 5 to your financial lineup. Make your move. Time for a look at the Yankees starting lineup here for game number 3, presented by Xfinity. And Ahmed Rosario, who was the star last night, he's in a leadoff spot. Judge, Rice, and Stanton 1 through 4. Caballero, big-time base-stealing threat in the 8-hole, and Austin Wells, the catcher, hitting 9th.
Red Sox starting pitcher brought to you by buyatoyota.com. 23-year-old Peyton Tolley. There's his numbers down in AAA Worcester. A really impressive spring training has continued that. And a different look this year as far as arsenal goes. The cutter, the sinker is now in play. That's a new pitch that he brought in, and he's leaning on it this winter. The curveball and the changeup have been competitive, throwing strikes with it. Interesting to see him against this lineup here today. Defensively for the Boston Red Sox, brought to you by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin will be at third. Story and Meyer up the middle with Wilson Contreras at first. The outfield left to right is Duran, Rafael, and Abreu with Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
Umpires tonight. Lipka has the plate. Vondrack, Jones, and Titchener take care of the bases. Todd Titchener, the crew chief. Yankees come in riding a 5-game winning streak. Tolley ready to go. And his first pitch is high and wide, ball one, 97 on the gun.
Yeah, that's where he kind of lives. Big fastball, cutter, sinker, four-seamer mix.
Good to see him back up. 6'6", about 275.
He's a big boy.
And he's fun. The 2-0 pitch. It is up high. He has not pitched since April 12. So we'll see if he's a bit rusty here tonight.
Yeah, I remember there was threat of rain over the weekend. They didn't have him start Saturday or Sunday. He was supposed to go
strike
on Saturday, didn't go. So now you're talking about 10 days off. Towing the rubber.
Last 5 days in limbo at Worcester. He said, I want to get back to Fenway. 3-1 fouled away. He said it's more of a hunger now than ever.
Well, it really was an impressive spring training for him. And I think going into camp, a lot of people said, listen, okay, Early's got a chance. This guy's got to start working on those secondary pitches, be more of a pitcher. And it came together really quick in camp. You started seeing the sinker be in play, which is a new pitch for him.
3-2 got him. Struck him out 98 to blow away Rosario. One down. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles.
Yeah, he started getting his curveball over for strikes and a new kick change that was competitive. You know, that was competitive enough around the plate to do the job.
Aaron Judge taking the strike. And right now, the 23-year-old is just pouring it in. And another one, 99 for a strike.
You go back to that first outing he had for Skeens in that debut. It was electric. He had the strut coming off the mound, striking guys off with confidence. And then once the report came out that it was really four-seam heavy cutter, team started game planning for him, and he struggled. He's got different looks now for hitters.
2 strikes on Judge. Fouled away. Right back to the heater. Ben Rice on deck. Yankees coming in with the best record in the American League at 15-9. They haven't swept the Red Sox at Fenway since September of 21. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tolley.
Yeah, there's that strut you're looking for. He's full of emotion out there. He's a lot of fun. And this is what I'm talking about. You have to put something in the back of the hitter's mind. It can't all be heaters. And right out of the gate, a really good curveball to get the swing and miss. That's going to make his fastball even that more dominant.
Here's Ben Rice. All the Red Sox have done is strike him out in the series. But 314, 8 home runs. And the 0-1. That's a strike. 99.
Well, after 3 straight balls to start this game, it's been 9 straight strikes with authority.
Trying to put away Rice and strike out the side. The 0-2. Just off the plate. Tolley said waiting to get back to Fenway Park was like a donut hanging in front of you like you're Homer Simpson. He's got some great stuff. 1-2. Got him. Struck him out 99 miles an hour. He strikes out the side. Red Sox needed that lift in a bad way. And the Red Sox coming up. Here's the lineup. It's brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Duran, Rafaela, Yoshida, 1, 2, 3. Contreras in the 4-hole. Abreu hitting 5th. Caleb Durbin in that 8th spot hitting 147. Narvaez catching, batting 9th. Against the right-hander Cam Schlittler. 6'6", 215 pounds. Out of Walpole, Massachusetts. As you know by now, he has outstanding stuff. And the first one is ball 1.
Yankee starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, off to a great start too. 5 starts, making his 6th here today. 2-1, 195, only 3 walks to 36 strikeouts. That whip 0.76.
Duran paired doubles last night. Will ground this one to the right side, right at Chisholm. 1 away.
Let's check out his arsenal. Much like Peyton told, it's going to be a lot of power. It's going to be a lot of fastballs here tonight. That 4-seamer, he's going to run it up to 98, 99 at times. And the cutter, he's throwing it a lot harder this year. A little different movement. One of his better pitches to go with that sinker. The occasional curveball, a little slider here and there, but it's power coming at you.
The Red Sox fans will not remember his wild card performance very fondly. He beat the Sox in Game 3 of last year's wild card with 12 strikeouts in 8 innings. Up high on Cedar Rafael. He had some strong feelings, which he expressed after that, saying some fans had harassed his family. And he said, "This is personal for me." And he said it was a big reason he pitched so well against the Red Sox, a driving factor. Quite a motivation. He trolled some Red Sox fans. He posted phrases like, "Drinking that dirty water, not this year."
Well, listen, he said some things on social media that obviously weren't going to be taken well in the city of Boston. He's a local kid. He'll be having some fun, and didn't go over so well. Listen, this is part of the rivalry. You know, he's talking about going out in the bullpen. I'm probably going to get booed and things thrown at you. I got stuff thrown at me at Yankee Stadium, and I was a nobody. Of course they're going to heckle you out in that bullpen. They've heckled every pitcher that's worn that uniform.
Everybody. 2-1. Cedar will lift that one foul.
But as long as you keep it competitive, right? Just the competitive juices, the rivalry thing. You don't need to personal make any threats.
Well, he says there've been some of that too. Some people have crossed the line. Yoshida on deck. And a 2-2 to Cedar. Reaches out, taps that one to Caballero at short. Just got him. Cedar racing up that line, but 2 gone. Schlittler early in the week said it's going to be bad. I'm not nervous about it, but it's going to be loud. Said that's the way it goes. Guys yelling at me, trying to grab me. It's kind of what I expect. So I know the guys are excited for it. I'm excited for it too. So attempting to have a little fun with it. Masataka 289. Would love that first home run tonight.
Yeah, Dave, he certainly has been trying to have fun with it. He said that Red Sox fans have been yelling at him for 6 months about this start here. And this is actually the first time that he's pitched on the mound here at Fenway since high school, he said. And he played catch earlier this week at Northeastern, but he said he had a job to do, didn't want to create a distraction for the team. He just wanted to go out there and try and dominate on the mound and try to dominate these lineups. But it's been fun because Schlittler did grow up a Red Sox fan, but now, of course, wearing the Yankees uniform.
Unlike his teammate Rice, who grew up a Yankee fan, not a Cohasset. Here's the 2-0 and drilled in for strike. Now tonight he's pitching on extended rest too, as did Max Fried last night because of Monday's day off. So he's going to be fresh. And a 2-1.
Well, big difference for him this year too is just the lack of walks. He's throwing more strikes. Last year was almost 4 walks per 9. This year 1 per 9. That leads the American League. I mentioned before the 3 walks, 36 strikeouts. In the zone, around the zone, a lot more than he was maybe earlier last year when he first came up.
Another one chopped to the right side. Another ground ball, 3 in a row, and that's it for the Red Sox in the first inning. No score after 1. Dave, Lou, and Jemai with you, and Stanton in the box. 97-mile-an-hour fastball there from Peyton Tolley, who struck out Rosario, Judge, and Rice to begin his evening. First time as a starter he's ever struck out the side at the big league level.
I think that's where you can see the velocity maybe settle in, right? 96, 97. That first inning, boy, the adrenaline. 99. See Judge stand in there, just turns him into something different.
Well, Stan's had a big series, 2 for 4, 2 doubles on Wednesday, drove in 3 runs on Tuesday. 1-2 pitch. Oh, that's in there for strike 3. Right back to 99. Peyton Tolley roaring out of the gate with 4 consecutive strikeouts.
Boy, did you need something here tonight? Did you need some juice in this building tonight? And this kid gets this start, and he is coming out firing, just attacking these hitters.
Trying to make it 5 for 5 on Grichuk, hitting just 192. Boy, he looks like the way he looked against Skeens in his big league debut. 0-1 and down and away, a sinker there.
Yeah, see that little sinker. That's going to be a big pitch for him. We've seen Crochet throw it a little bit more here as well. Trying to take time up, 97. Get a little movement away. Get some swing and miss there too.
1-1 fouled away. He's so much fun to be around because he's so quotable. Said you got to fight like you're the third monkey trying to get on Noah's Ark and it's starting to rain. 1-2 fouled away. He does talk a lot about monkeys, actually.
Man, you see some interviews with him and he's got that chuckle and that laugh. It's such a big, intimidating guy, but
he's a teddy bear, except when he's pitching. How about this start? Another strikeout. 5 straight tonight as he blows away Grichuk at 99 yet again.
Well, this is just coming right at you. He showed him a little cutter, his first cutter of the night. Just blowing it right by him.
Trent Grisham, the center fielder, 162, 3 home runs. He'll look at a strike.
And, you know, they're sort of watching this first strike, and I love it. He's attacking them. Getting through this lineup here, you know, with the fastballs. Letting them have that off-speed stuff in the back of their mind. But he's not thinking about it.
It's the first Red Sox pitcher to strike out the first Yankees 5 in a row since 2002, Casey Fossum. Been a while since we've seen this. And the 0-2. And a ground ball. That's an upset. Contreras will take that. Taps the bag. And they go 1-2-3 again. Tolley just roaring out of the gate.
Presented by FanDuel. Masataka Yoshida and Wilson Contreras listed here. Contreras plus 820 to go deep tonight. I talked with hitting coach Pete Fatse about the approach against Yankees pitcher Cam Schlittler tonight, guys. And there's not a pitcher in baseball that throws more fastballs than he does almost 90% of the time. And if you go back to that wild card game, 96 of his 107 pitches that night were fastballs. He features 3 of them, the 4-seam, cutter, and sinker. Fatse told me you let him supply the power. The approach is not to be up there swinging out of your shoes or else he's got you. It's how easy can you hit it hard. He said you just got to touch it. We'll see how the Red Sox hitters do in that effort tonight. Try to ignite more offense, move the line here tonight.
Yeah, Red Sox 5 hits last night, 4 on Tuesday, 6 on Sunday, 5 on Saturday. It's been anemic. Can they turn that around tonight? The 0-1. And a high drive down the left field line. Did he push it too far? He did. And it kind of died there in the corner. It was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He broke the bat on it.
You know, it's all fastballs, but the 3 different kinds is really what gets you, and that's really the hardest part about baseball in 2026. You see that ball hook and foul. It seems like everybody has sinker, 4-seam, or cutter. So halfway, basically, to you as a hitter, it looks like the same fastball. One's going away, one's going down and in, and one's elevated up. So it makes it extremely difficult, especially when you got 98, 99 behind it.
And the 0-2 to Wilson Contreras, who leads the club with 4 home runs. He's down on strikes, 1 away. StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
I mentioned that appearance, 8 innings in that wild card game, 12 strikeouts. You're going to see a lot on top of this zone. A couple of cutters down. The sinker's going to be down, but no walks, 12 strikeouts, and he's going to control the top of the zone, as you just saw in that at bat with Contreras.
Abreu checking in at 281 with 3 home runs. Hitting just 132. That is 5 for 35 in his last 10 games.
Well, when Fatsy's talking about matches quickness, just touching it, you might as well just be talking about this man, because this is what he's all about right now, trying to be quick with this fastball.
0-2. He touches 99 on that fastball. Foul got a piece of Wells.
The difference with Cam this year is the cutter. You know, he was throwing that low 90s. Now it's 94 or so. It had a little more drop to it, a little more depth, like a little cut slider. Now it's got a little run up and away. That's what he got Contreras with, that cutter, that kind of like a vertical cutter. Kenley Jansen, Corbin Burns, that type, and it makes it real difficult. Takes off just away from you. Very unique shape.
He has not allowed a home run to the last 108 batters that he has faced. Tough to hit, period. And the 0-2 pitch to Willier. They're going to challenge this.
Just call the ball. Catcher's challenging.
Call the ball. The ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Wow.
The Yankees have 1 challenge remaining.
Red Sox say thank you very much for challenging that. Missed by a lot.
Yeah, that's a big one there too, right here in the second inning.
Wells the catcher on that one.
Weird spot to do it.
Yeah. 1-2.
Oh, double up.
Did
I mean,
not,
say,
though. Yeah.
like 0-2, right? You didn't get the 0-2 pitch. Okay, you still got him 1-2. It's second inning. No one's on.
I'd like to burn them both this quick. And Schlittler home at a 2-2.
This thing, you can see like the tunneling, right? Like that fastball started out there just like those previous cutters. Although that one had a little 99 on it. Now he tries to. You think it's a fastball away, and it just cuts over the middle of that plate.
Trevor Story on deck. No score in the second. And a 3-2 on the way to Willier Abreu. Schlittler, of course, played 3 years at Northeastern. After graduating Walpole High, was an All-American at Northeastern. 14-9 career there, 2.67 ERA. Made 14 starts as a rookie for the Yankees last year.
I mean, obviously a big moment for him, right? Local pitching at Fenway Park against his club, but is it really that much bigger than throwing in a winner go home game 3 at Yankee Stadium in the playoffs against this team? He's talking about big moments. Didn't phase him.
Said later they kind of messed with the wrong guy, all those fans who were riding him. That's going to be downstairs for ball 4. So Red Sox have their first base runner in front of Trevor Story.
I remember having a good conversation with Mike Labb and his coach at Northeastern about him going into the game. And he said, well, one thing I can promise you, the moment won't be too big for him. Mooney said the same thing pregame to me. Sox are hoping he'd be a little wild. They could take advantage of some misses, and he was having none of that.
No, he's totally locked in. Red Sox had 5 hits in the game. Struck out 12 times. Trevor 192, 2 home runs. Red Sox just trying to put an inning together in this series. They have not had back-to-back hits in this series. Have not hit a home run in a while since Sunday, and only one since Wednesday a week ago. Runner goes. Pitch downstairs, throw down the tag, and he's going to be out. Abreu cut down. No challenge on that play. And out number 2.
That was a good throw by Wells. I thought maybe they try to take advantage of that. He's got 12 stolen bases against him. Got a little long leg kick. Slow to get to the plate. I don't know if it was the best jump by Abreu at first base.
And a ground ball yanked to third. Rosario across the diamond and a wild throw, and Story's going to be safe. It clanged off the railing. Trevor at first base and fortunate to be there.
So the way Rosario caught this ball, almost caught it with his bare hand. Didn't exactly catch it clean. And this throw just takes Rice way off that base. Unable to get it. See right there, kind of handcuffed him a little bit, but it looked like he had plenty of time to get the grip.
Yeah, routine play, E5. So Marcelo Meyer will bat in this inning, scuffling at 196 with 1 home run. The Giants did hit a 3-run homer last night in the victory over the Dodgers, so the Red Sox are last by themselves in Major League Baseball with 13 home runs. One on, 2 out. 2-0.
Well, it's been a problem around the first start of the season because you've faced some really good pitching here lately. You're looking for him to make one mistake, put it up there over the green monster, get a quick lead. And that lack of power has forced you to put 3 or 4 hits together. And that usually doesn't happen against the good ones.
Sox right now 9-15. Yankees 15-9. Only the Mets, Phillies, and the Royals have fewer wins than the Sox do. Shot out to left center field. That one driven back toward the wall. Grichuk on the run, plays it off the green. Here comes Story rounding third. The Red Sox will make them pay for that error right away. Marcelo Meyer with a long drive and a double to make it 1-0. His 4th RBI of the year, his 5th double.
Oh, another guy when he's at his best. He's driving it that way. We haven't seen much of him, right? Just last year and this year, but this is a fastball outer half. We've seen that swing from him this year. He's got a few doubles the other way. And it's a good matchup for Marcelo, too. You know he's going to get that fastball. There's one thing he can do. We know that. He can hit a fastball. Good to get one on the board here early.
In front of Caleb Durbin, Red Sox trying to have those back-to-back hits for the first time in this 3-game series. He'll ground it to short. Caballero this time and gets it over there for out number 3. Red Sox on the board, though, 1-0. Even higher to help unlock your potential. You can learn more at TrueNorthBank.com. Back at Fenway, Sox in the lead. Marcelo Meyer with a wall ball double after the error to allow Trevor Story to reach base, and the Sox capitalize on that behind Peyton Tolley, who's been spectacular out of the gate. 6 up, 6 down, 5 strikeouts, and strike 1 on Jazz Chisholm.
Well, you look for some energy here in this series. You get it from a couple youngsters, right? Tolley and Marcelo. Never been so upset about a ground ball to first in my life.
Got on and missed. 0-2.
Yeah, curve ball, ground ball to first. I'm upset. The
Shocked.
3rd out of the inning. I wanted 6 punches.
It's like, what? What happened? 0-2. There's another one. Strike 3. Chisholm down watching it. He has struck out 6 of 7.
Well, this is impressive. This just goes to show you. I mean, granted, you got 98, 99 in the tank, but I mean, he's not messing around. There's no reason to set anything up. I'm just going to come right at you until you prove you can hit it.
Caballero, boy, strike 1 on everybody.
Well, it's not only is it 98, but it's talk about extension. 7 feet 5 inches, 99th percentile. So he's letting that ball go closer to the plate than most, and it's 98.
Got to wait on Caballero to look up. She does right about 9 seconds exactly every time, and he'll foul that one away. 0-2. You can tell by the look in the eyes of his teammates in the dugout. They're right there too, watching what's going on with Tolley as he tries to strike out the 7th Yankee out of the first 8 tonight. And the 0-2 coming. And a little lunging ground ball to third. Durbin up and over. High throw. And came down on the bag in time to get him. Caballero out. 2 gone. Aaron Boone. See if he gets word whether he's going to challenge on this.
See, his throat is up. Does he get this tag down? It's going to be close.
They will not challenge it.
Take it. See Peyton Tolley in this ground ball to Durbin. Watch Peyton Tolley in this ground ball. He's like literally jumping up and down, rooting for him, cheering, hopping around on the mound. It's fun out there.
Two down and a swing and a miss. 98 miles an hour. One ball and 2 strikes. Wells a 175 hitter with 1 home run. And Tolley. Heard him grunting there just off the plate. 2-2. Rosario on deck. He struck out to begin the game. Lofted foul out of play.
I mean, some of the quotes this guy had, you talked about, like after that first outing, first big league outing was electric against Skeens, and he's like, man, Alex Bregman's throwing me the ball. It's pretty cool. And he's giving you that laugh. Like,
that was the highlight of his night.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman. How cool was that? 2-2, 2 down. Bases empty. Red Sox up 1-0.
But when he's on that mound, it's a different animal. Letting go of this baseball.
And popped him up. Backing out Durbin. Duran coming on. Duran still coming. Those two collide. Durbin taking a tumble. But Duran makes the catch. Well, that got a little bit interesting. More than they would like, but they go 1-2-3.
A little lack of communication here to end this third inning. Infielder goes back. If he's under control, he's got it, but he's still drifting out in left field. Once that happens, that's prop up priority to the outfielder. Luckily, the play is made. Nobody is injured. Durbin's a fellow wrestler. High school, he can handle that.
Going to say a couple of very solidly built individuals there. Narvaez will start it off here in the bottom of the third. Red Sox had 1-0 and an RBI double from Marcelo Meyer. And Jarren Duran on deck, back in that leadoff spot. We'll see how long that lasts. Roman Anthony still out with a back issue. His back tightened up a couple of days ago. He's missed the last 2 games, including tonight.
I like him in the leadoff spot. You just saw it last night. Kind of like what Duran can do, especially against righties. Lefty's always a different lineup. We were talking about the other day about like potential, and listen, this outfield is kind of a mess as far as 5 guys playing 4 of them, but as far as upside goes, Duran, last I checked, he's the only guy the last 3 years to get MVP votes. You know, so that's how important he is to get going for this lineup that's searching for some thump, that's searching for some energy.
Totally. Foul tipped into the mitt. That's held by Wells for strikeout. So 1 man gone. Narvaez fans. And Duran next.
Number 16, Jarren Duran.
I see him getting around this one. That's some good action down and away. It was a little bit off the plate. It's just that Narvi got a little piece of it. Probably went anyway.
Now Duran with a double in the second and in the fourth last night. And then an RBI single in the ninth. So he had his best night of the year.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. The stance is different now. The hands are up. Remember, those hands used to be right around the letters, and then they would rise, and you had this big leg kick, and it was just a lot of movement. Chase has been up, swing and miss has been up. Last night it obviously clicked. Hands are up, little toe tap, and go.
Other way, base hit. So Duran on again. 1 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, and we'll stay that part of the ballpark too, right? This is where Jarren Duran. You know, a lot of teams are trying to take advantage of lefties giving you free strikes on that outer third part of the plate. First pitch heaters, go back to a cutters. Stay over there, take what they give you, get your speed on the bases.
Ceddanne Rafaela in the 2-hole. 0 for 1 tonight, a grounder to short. 0 for 4 last night. It did snap his 17-game on-base streak, a career high for Ceddanne.
I wouldn't be seeing Duran get moving here. I know don't want Abreu getting thrown out, scare you off of it. As mentioned, Schlittler has given up 12 bags now, 3 caught stealing. I don't think it was a great jump. Wells kind of around league average throwing.
Holding on this one and in there for a strike.
You may not see that big leg kick here. This is a lot of slide steps, knowing a base runner's on first. If you get that big leg kick, you got to go.
Not taking off. Big swing and a pop up. Chisholm moving over, still moving, makes the catch. 2 down. Yoshida will dig in next. Red Sox are heading for Baltimore tonight and begin a 3-game series with the Orioles starting Friday. Bayo going in game 1, Crochet in game 2, Connolly early on Sunday. Then the Red Sox bounce to Toronto. In the first meetings of the year with those 2 foes inside the division. Then after an off day, we see the Astros again for the last time this year. Masataka 0 for 1. He's tapped to second. 2 down. Bunch of day baseball today. Cubs walked it off against the scuffling Phillies. Cubs playing some really good baseball right now. That was their 9th straight win. It was also the 9th straight loss for the Phillies. But some teams have had some losing skids. Nobody worse than the Mets. They finally won last night, but they dropped 12 in a row. Kansas City lost 9 in a row very recently. Runner on at first, 2 down. And Schlittler home with a 1-2. Durant taken off, and it's chopped foul inside the Red Sox dugout. Durant said something there to Caballero, speedy shortstop of the Yankees. 2 base stealers.
Trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Got a ways to go. He's got 9.
And 1-2 again to Yoshida. But the last foul ball almost got Tolley. Stay away from him, guys. Foul ball off the bat of Masataka. 1-2, 2 down, 1 on. 2-2. Massa on his homestand recorded the first walk-off hit of his career Friday against the Tigers. It was the only run anybody scored in that game. And Durant diving back. He is in safe. Yankees thinking about challenging the play, and they won't. I don't think, we've been around Massa a little while now, I have never seen him smile quite that broadly as he did the other night.
Well, you have to smile after that one.
2-2. He hangs in there. Got a fastball 98, had to protect.
Good at bat. Nice long at bat. You know, the Red Sox, this is one of the things, they're tied for 28th in pitches per at bat, right? It's very quick outs. Put some outs together, get that pitch count up, make him work a little bit.
2-2, chopped to first, right at Rice, and he makes the play. Side retired, 1 hit, 1 left.
By New England area Audi dealers. One to look at the first time through the order. Heavy 4-seam sinker usage. Only a couple of curveballs. See if anything changes here. Second time through the order. 59% 4-seamer, 23 sinker. It's going to be big fastball usage. That curveball. Haven't seen the changeup yet.
You got Rosario, this man first time on strikes, and that started their run of 5 in a row. Striking out Rosario, Judge, Rice, Stanton, and Grichuk in succession. He also punched out Jazz Chisholm. The other thing to watch is will the velocity dip a little bit. He started out 98, 99 tonight. Last one 90, so last couple have been 96. Swinging a line drive and a base hit off into the alley. Cedar Rafaela will scoop that up, and they have their first hit and their first base runner tonight.
Well, he held velocity there in the third. He averaged 97.8, kind of as he did in the first inning. This one here, little sinker elevated up. Rosario has always been a really good hitter against lefties, just out of the reach of Marcelo.
Aaron Judge, a K in the first. Judge's last 15 games at Fenway, hitting .346, 7 home runs, 16 RBIs. Been drawing his walks here in this series. He'll take outside. It's 2-0.
He'll fall behind the first 2 hitters. 2-0 here. He did to start the game with Rosario, but ever since, he's a strike throwing machine.
Ben Rice to hit next. 2-0. And then it goes to ball 3. Fastball 95.
Told his last couple outings in AAA, went 11 innings total. Only 1 earned run, 13 strikeouts, but right around that 74, 75 pitch count in both.
Trying to come all the way back here against Judge. And a strike. Rosario with the lead. Contreras holding him. That is outside for ball 4. So another walk to Judge. Walks are on a pace to be a 75-year high this year, if it continues. Players are walking almost 10% of the time, which would be the highest walk rate since 1950.
Well, I think ABS has a lot to do with that. Some pitchers going the other way.
And tighter strike zones?
Yeah, not really maybe getting pitches you've accustomed to get maybe in the past. And I think the umpires are kind of bringing it in as well, because they know.
Now we'll see if that stabilizes. When the mound was lowered in 1969 by Major League Baseball, walk rates jumped and then stabilized a bit after that. Here's Ben Rice. He struck out in the first inning. 1-0 Red Sox in the fourth. Red Sox have totally shut him down. He came in as hot as a firecracker, and he will line that one into left, down for a base hit. Rosario into third, stopping there. The bases are loaded. Single walk single, and Stanton's next.
Well, you mentioned, I mean, he was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts the first game. Had a strikeout last night, came in, struck out his first at bat. And he just gets on top of this fastball. They're timing this fastball up a little bit better here second time through. So Rosario take it the other way. Rice goes the other way.
Well, here's Stanton, who's been a menace in this series. Looked like he went. Say he didn't. Ball one. He struck out looking in the second inning. A man at every base for the Yankees. Oh, 1-1 and a terrific curveball there.
Yeah, you're in a tough spot. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're trying to limit some damage. Here you get a ground ball, double play, maybe a sac fly. That executes some danger at the plate.
And that drops in for a strike. Stanton, his career with the bases loaded, 323. He's hit 11 grand slams. Always tremendously dangerous. The 1-2.
Nice block by Narvaez.
Rosario at third, Judge at second, Rice at first. Tolley trying to protect his 1-0 advantage. And a good way to start. Struck him out. Off speed pitch to get him.
That changeup. I don't think we've seen it yet. It's a pitch that he worked on. That little kick change. You see that diving action comes out sometimes like a knuckleball, the good ones, and he gets that action down with the swing and miss. It's a big strikeout.
Here's another guy he struck out first time up, Randall Grichuk. 7 in the book for Tolley. His career high is the 8 he had in that electrifying matchup with Paul Skeens in his major league debut. And a 1-0 pitch. Little pop up, drifting into right. Meyer out, Abreu coming on. Williams there to make the catch. Runners can't go anywhere. Hit too shallow and 2 down. Tolley on the verge of getting out of this thing.
Well, the power fastball got in there on Grichuk. He couldn't get to it. Good location, kind of up and in. See him just getting underneath of it. Abreu covers a lot of ground. Good jump out of the gate. Plays this ball real well. Still going to take a breath here and finish this job.
Trent Grisham 0 for 1. He's grounded out to first. He takes a strike.
Gee, I love that there. The confidence in it. You're in a jam and he just, here it is. 96. I'm attacking you. Strike one.
Grisham is the first guy for the Yankees tonight. He's the number 6 hitter to make contact against Tolley. Fouls it away. He's in a hole now. 0-2. So he begins his night by fanning the first 5. He pitches into trouble in the 4th inning, loading the bases with nobody out. Now he's 1 strike away from freeing himself from this mess. He comes set, and the 0-2, and in there, strike 3 with a cutter. Look at that emotion from Tolley. Somehow, Houdini style, he gets out of that thing.
Oh, I love it. Get the energy up.
Well, already 3 or 4 starts worth of drama for Peyton Tolley in his return to the big leagues tonight. Yankees loaded the bases, nobody out. He slams the door.
Yeah, you'd love to see it kind of carry over into this offense a little bit, right? Getting out of that kind of jam, bases loaded, nobody out.
Contreras 0 for 1, leading things off. Wilson with a high pop up that'll drift out of play. Then Abreu and then Story against Cam Schlittler.
Here it is. Here it's a good cutter, painted down and away, and look at the emotion from Tolley. Look at this man. Let me hear it. I wish he was mic'd. Well, he thought of challenging. He would have lost.
Red Sox ahead 1-0. Trying to grab one here in this first Yankees series of the year in the 0-2. Dodgers winners today. They beat the Giants 3-0 on the West Coast. The 1-2 pitch jammed him and fouled away.
Really impressive, though. You know, last year could he have done that? First changeup of the game to get Stanton in that spot. Didn't have that pitch last year. Then he goes to the cutter to get Grisham. Power fastballs early, a little off speed to finish it off late.
Well, 2 more big strikeouts, 8 Ks already for Peyton Tolley, if you're just tuning in. Through his first 4 innings. Struck out the first 5 Yankees. Here's the 1-2. And the way things have been going for the Red Sox, bases loaded, nobody out, you're like, well, that's probably going to be a couple runs anyway. Tolley said no. The 2-2. Cut on a miss to strike him out. 1 away for the Red Sox in the 4th.
That sinker just disappeared. Remember, this is all 4-seamers and cutters. And look at this thing just diving down and in. This is where we talk about the fastballs. That one dives down and in. The cutter goes away, and then that rides that 4-seamer on top of the zone. Everything tunnels out of that same spot. They just go different ways.
Wilyer Abreu with a walk in the 2nd. Now Wilyer due to get hot again. He has been in a lengthy skid. The 1-0 pitch fouled off.
Yeah, they looked a lot better last night. There was a 1 for 4, but the line out to third base, stayed on it, drove it the other way. Came out here today, drew a walk first at bat. Usually a good sign, seeing the ball.
And a lanky righty with a 1-1. Trevor Story on deck. Red Sox got their run in the 2nd inning when Trevor Story, who should have been the 3rd out, grounded routinely to Rosario at 3rd. He simply threw it away, allowing Trevor to reach, and that allowed Marcelo Meyer to come up and rip a double. And the Sox are in front 1-0.
He's better at bats right now. Getting into some counts, making him work a little bit more. We've seen him work other pitchers.
Pitch number 60. And a pop up. Actually, it's going to drift pretty well to the warning track, but the catch will be made by Grichuk for out number 2. And bring up Trevor Story for the 2nd time. Schlittler now 25 years old. Rookie last year. Struck out 84 in 73 innings with an ERA of 2.96, so got off to a quick start. And the great moment in the playoffs against the Red Sox. Not so great in the next round against Toronto. They knocked them around a bit. And Trevor will take a strike. Another guy who had, for about a week, locked in, piled up a bunch of RBIs. He's still in the top 13 and runs batted in with 17, but the hits have stopped coming. He'll pop up here, and Rice on the grass to make the catch. Red Sox go fast here in the 4th inning. Sox ahead 1-0 over the Yankees. That'll be their bottom third of the order. Chisholm, Caballero, and Wells against Peyton Tolley, who has put on some performance so far tonight. He has struck out 8 to equal his career high. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line toward the pesky pole, and that ball is out of here. Jazz Chisholm, his first home run of the year, and he has tied it right away here in the 5th inning at 1-1.
He jumped all over this first pitch fastball, down and in. He just hit it right down this line, the pesky pole, Fenway Park. I think he hit it a long way, but he hit it far enough. 333 feet down that right field line to tie this ball game up.
A giant part of the Yankee attack, obviously, the home run ball. And they have tied it up. Here's Caballero. 0 for 1. He's grounded to third.
You see it kind of in. That's in off the plate, but he gets that barrel out there and keeps it fair. I said concern right off the bat. You were hoping it was going to hook foul. Oh, 5, 6 rows deep.
Caballero, former Tampa Bay Ray, will check, and it's in for strike. One of the fastest guys in the big leagues. Here's Tolley's reaction on a home run. Fastball by him, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and there's number 9.
I'll get right back on the horse.
New career high.
And we've seen some solo shots kind of rattle some Sox pitchers, kind of create, ball 4, base hit. Good to see him right back at it, back challenging, confident with that fastball.
They'll take on Austin Wells, the catcher, 0 for 1 with a fly to left. Wells just the 1 home run on the year, but that's a good pop. Hit 21 last year. And the 0-1. Curveball, no chance on that one.
Oh, that's a good pitch for him. It's a new pitch. Kind of just talk about that sweeper for a guy like Carrot Crochet, right? Something soft to get you off of it, just put in the back of your mind. It makes that fastball up here seem even harder than it is.
Wells will take his time climbing in after that swing. And the 0-2. Jammed him that time, and he just got a piece of it on another curveball. Yankees have not swept the Red Sox at Fenway Park since September of 21. And that's just off the plate. 97 miles an hour, 1-2. They have allowed the Red Sox just 2 runs in the series. High fly ball, very high to left. Duran underneath, backing up to the track to make the play for the second out. Top of the order, and Rosario next.
It's good to see still getting 97 rather up there. Interesting to see how far they let him go here. Like I mentioned, his last 2 outings, 74 pitches, 75 pitches. Next one will be his 70th. Big part of the order coming up here for a 3rd time.
Rosario 1 for 2 with a base hit. Payton has those touching words on his glove. Words his late mother Gina used to say to him before every baseball, football, or basketball game he ever played. Big swing and a miss on a curve. 0-2. Stitched into the glove. You're so pretty.
Stitch used to yell it to him from the stands just to embarrass in front of his buddies.
That's right. 0-2 pitch fouled away. Gina died in 2024 after a long battle with cancer. And Payton said she was my best friend. She died 2 months before he was drafted by the Red Sox out of TCU. 2-strike pitch, way outside. Tied up 1-1. Judge on deck. Did he offer? He did not. On a changeup.
And that's what he likes about this one here. It's just more competitive, right? Last year he tried to throw a changeup and it'd be up and away or the backstop. This one in the zone, he can get some swing and miss.
3-2. So far he's walked only Judge. 2 down, bases empty. You spoiled that one at 93.
Yeah, he said velo down to 93. That just has a different effect in the zone, right? 97, 98 can get by a guy. 93, the velo's coming down a little bit.
Greg Weissert up, and the 3-2 again. And again spoiled it. Rosario was their offense last night. By and large, it was Stanton the night before. 3-2. And a fly ball into left field for Duran. And after the home run, he gets the next 3 in succession. We're tied up 1-1. A NESN 360 presented by Bigelow Tea. Chaz Chisholm tucks one inside a pesky pole. Red Sox and the Yankees tied 1-1 as Marcelo Meyer leads off the 5th. He has an RBI double tonight to chase in Trevor Story.
Jazz isn't as bundled up tonight. Took all the gear off and hit his first homer of the year.
Heck, it was like 66 today. Couldn't even recognize him with all that stuff on last couple of nights. But drives in himself, and we're 1-1. Meyer, Durbin, and Narvaez. That's the bottom third of the order against Schlittler, who spends more time looking out into the stands. He turns around all the time. Kind of gazes out into the bleachers. And the 0-2. That is up top. Take a look again. 65 pitches, 44 for strikes. Marcel spoils a pitch. Fastball 96 miles an hour.
Yeah, had lunch with his dad this offseason. John's chief of police out in Needham. Joe Castiglione puts this little luncheon every year around December. Gets a lot of guys. Of course, Joe Morgan is there, and of course Rich Hill is there, and John was there. He set it up, the venue for us. He joined us for lunch.
1-2, shattered bat and a ground ball to first. Rice will take it to the base for the out. How was that? Fun event?
Yeah, it was. It's always a good time. I get all the guys talking baseball. Nice little luncheon. Good old time. Met his dad. Yeah, it was a nice time. He set it up. He sat with us the whole time. We were just talking about, the whole experience going through it. Obviously, your father, a kid playing the big leagues, now he's on the Yankees, and the rivalry. This kind of reminds you talking to your dad, right? About, my dad, about playing in the big leagues, being able to watch him.
Can't imagine that thrill. Watching your kid in the big leagues in there for a strike. Durbin 0 for 1. Also going to miss this upcoming trip. I'm going to miss Joe Castig because we're headed for Baltimore, and we've got a reservation on Saturday at one of his favorite Italian restaurants in the country. Roll to third. Rosario will dig it. And 2 down.
I'd say we can give him a call while we're there, but we'd just rubbing it in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's just mean spirited. We can't do that.
The Demare there they have there.
Oh,
it's fantastic.
Phenomenal. We're going to have a feast, but we're going to miss Joe Castig. Carlos Narvaez 0 for 1. He struck out. 1-1 game in the 5th. Sox trying to avoid a sweep here.
You know, these are those middle innings where this offense has gone quiet here recently and allowed pitchers to have these 6-7 pitch innings to get them that extra inning. You want to get to that bullpen if you can, but quick one last inning too.
Yeah, Schlittler has set down 7 straight. This is the point of the game where Fried last night really started to get rolling, and he retired 14 in a row. Yankees were trying to pitch 3 consecutive shutouts for the first time since 1962. And I realize it's not saying a whole lot. Red Sox got a run to break it up with 2 down in the 9th inning, but it did end that opportunity for New York. 1-2 on Narvaez. He will ask for time from the home plate up, John Lipka. Red Sox 2 hits, Yankees with 3. Little landscaping work done here by John Lipka. He got out in front of the plate, tamping down the dirt. Like Lou replacing one of his divots.
Usually big ones. Sometimes don't even bother. Just fill it in.
1-2 pitch. And a high fly ball driven to left. That is up there. It's up there. It's gone into the monster seats. Narvaez with his first of the year. Well, the Red Sox been so much chatter about how few home runs they've hit, but this one gets Schlittler and puts the Red Sox in front of the Yankees.
It's a home run. Driving the baseball. It's good to see a 1-2 heater. He left the inner half a little bit too much. And Narvaez now recently, after a long skid, kind of starting to come alive a little bit more offensively, gets number 1. It couldn't come in a better spot.
Red Sox with a 2-1 lead. Narvaez finding the monster seats at Fenway. They'll bring up Jarren Duran. 1 for 2 with a single tonight.
Well, this part of the game has really been missing. Just the easy run. Everything has been a grind. You're hoping for a hit by pitch, a walk, and a big hit. It's nice to get a point and a board with one swing.
Ground ball up the middle, sharply hit. Caballero flags it down and gets him. Red Sox had hit only 1 home run since Wednesday a week ago. Big one here for Carlos Narvaez. Ace ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. 9 strikeouts through 5. He has a 2-1 lead, and he's facing off against Aaron Judge in the 6th.
A big inning here. Obviously, Judge, Rice, Stanton. Next pitch will be his 80th.
Red Sox have kept this man in the park. He has struck out and walked so far tonight.
It's going to be location of some off speed here, right? That's a good curveball. Let's see the changeup and cutter, maybe.
And in there for a strike with a curve.
Starting to see more of it. You know, the velo's down a little bit. We saw 93, but that one was 95 earlier. So we're going to pitch our way through the 6th.
Judge 9 home runs. And that's without really locking in yet. He's hitting .239. Led baseball at .331 last year. 1-2 pitch.
Change up. Question is, do you have that heater, right? Elevate up and in.
2-2. Tolley eyeing his 10th strikeout. Rice to hit next. 3-2. Got him. He strikes him out for the 2nd time. That's 10 in the books for Peyton Tolley.
Good cutter. Really good cutter here from Peyton. Executed when he needed to. A lot more soft, right? Got ahead with the curveball. Try to change up. Goes with that fastball look, but it's a cutter in and he gets the swing and miss. 10th of the game.
Ben Rice is fanned. He's also singled, so he's 1 for 2 tonight. Stanton would follow him. 10 Ks for Tolley.
Reaching back here at 96.
This will be his 87th pitch of the night. And a ground ball down for that. Meyer, nice play, up and gunning, got him. Nice sliding stab.
Well, this is really nice play by Marcelo, showing some nice range, and really there's never any panic in his game. Let's take a look at Peyton Tolley. Here's Arsenal's first time, the second time, and more pitching right now. The cutter, the curveball came into play. He showed his changeup, and now the third time. I don't know if he was capable of this last year with the curveball and the cutter, the location.
Stanton 0 for 2. He has punched out both times.
You know, when that fastball velo starts ticking down a little bit, can you pitch your way through an inning with your off-speed stuff? He wants to stay power here against Stanton. But that was an impressive at-bat versus Judge.
Red Sox with all sorts of activity in the bullpen. And a 1-1. You got him 1, 2, 3 in the first, the second, and the third. Coulomb, the lefty, along with Weiser to the pen.
Well, you got Grichuk and then some lefties. Grisham and Chisholm.
Out in front on the Yacker, 2-2.
A great pitch for him tonight. Good swing and miss on it. That's a really good pitch to get back into the count, give him something different other than power.
2-2. Trying to strike out Giancarlo Stanton for the third consecutive time. He's at 92 pitches. And the 3-2 on the way to Stanton. He gets him again. He struck him out. That curveball just filthy. 11 strikeouts for Peyton Tolley in his return to the majors tonight. A 2-1 Red Sox lead as they come up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tolley with a career high 11 strikeouts, 93 pitches, just 3 hits, 1 run in 6 innings.
Oh, he's absolutely fantastic. It was overpowering fastball early. Then he pitched his way out in that 5th and 6th inning with some off-speed stuff. The question really with him after you saw him first glance last year was, what's the secondary? What's it going to look like to complete this guy? And this was a complete effort here tonight. That was fantastic.
We started his evening in spectacular fashion as Cedon will pop this up to the first baseman Rice. He's underneath. And 1 man out. Time now for our strong play to game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Well, big 6th inning. It's the power, right? Judge, Rice, and Stanton. He goes to the cutter to get Judge. The big swing and miss. And then we're going to go to this curveball that's been really good for him tonight. Stanton just looking uncomfortably. Here's the excitement. He knows his day is over. What a way to finish it.
Yoshida. And ball 1 to Massa. He's 0 for 2.
Well, remember, he hasn't pitched in 10 days. His last start in AAA was April 12th. To be pinpoint control was even more impressive.
Swinging a high fly ball center field, but it hangs up. And Grisham will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Sox here in the 6th inning. Difference in the game right now is a Carlos Narvaez home run, solo shot into the monster seats, but Peyton all grins. Walked only 1 man.
Well, it's nice for Narvaez, though. You know, this is when you face one of the elite pitchers in the game. When they make a mistake, it'd be nice to make them pay for it, and that's what it was. 1-2 heater just wasn't a good pitch, location-wise, and you made him pay.
Flying into center, racing out Chisholm, coming on Grisham. He'll make the catch. And that is all. Just 6 pitches here in the 6th inning. And Coulomb is coming on next. to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. America 250 celebration before the game. The Minuteman. Well, they didn't have cell phones back then, I'm pretty sure, but modern day Minutemen. Randall Grichuk leading things off here. Coulomb out of the bullpen after a spectacular effort by Peyton Tolle.
Yeah, 10th appearance here. Remember, he got ambushed a little bit. Came out of that pen, that Sonny Gray start when he left, and really couldn't find the strike zone. You're going to run that sinker about 90. Good cutter there. You're going to see a sweeper and a curveball.
Grichuk has struck out and flied out. One of the 11 strikeouts rung up by Peyton Tolle tonight. He fanned the first 5.
So watch this guy pitch now. This is his 10th appearance, and they say sweeper. They call that his sweeper there, but that thing is top to bottom break. Kind of awkward the way he falls off that mound. Really falls to that on deck circle.
Big swing and a miss on a knuckle curve, struck him out. Grichuk fans for the second time tonight and one away.
That's a good curveball. It's one of the things, you got a couple lefties out of this pen. He and Moran both. They're good against lefties, and they're just as good, maybe sometimes if not better, against righties. Have a couple lefties here to deal with.
Now one of them, Trent Grisham, he's 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the 4th inning with the bases loaded. And as much as the strikeouts are eye-popping for Peyton Tolle tonight, line drive and a base hit into left field. The fact that he didn't do that in that 4th inning, and they loaded the bases with nobody out, that might have been the biggest moment of the night for Peyton.
He was outstanding. He had 18 swing and misses. It's 41% whiff rate here tonight. Pounding the zone. 19 called strikes. You know, his last 3 starts combined last year, he had 19 called strikes. He had that in this game here. It tells you the pinpoint control to go with the swing and miss.
Weissert back up in the pen. And here's Jazz Chisholm, who guided one down the right field line inside the pesky pole for a home run in the 5th. That tied it up. Red Sox came back with a home run in the bottom of the inning off the bat of Carlos Narvaez to take the lead. One ball, one strike.
Jazz talks a lot, doesn't he?
He sure does.
It's like the umpire the whole at bat. Fun conversation.
He is a lively guy. Smacks that one in center field for a base hit. So here come the Yankees, 1st and 2nd, 1 down.
Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Rodenheiser Home Services. TC Lenny and Matt Barnes are going to preview the 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. Tune in tomorrow at 6, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach, marching out to the hill. Caballero, the batter, back-to-back singles with 1 down in the 7th inning for New York. Caballero in this one against Tolle, a strikeout and a grounder to 3rd. Peyton Tolle allowing only 3 hits in 6 innings.
To the bullpen now here. Last 3. Got the righty out, a couple of knocks by lefties. Got lefty Wells on deck. Weissert up in that bullpen. Top of the order right around the corner.
Caballero from Panama. 232 with a home run. Tough man to double up. Gets in front on the swing and the miss. Goes to the sweeper for strike 1. Mentioned the Mets finally won yesterday to break a 12-game losing skid. They got Juan Soto back.
It helps.
He had been missing through the losing skid, and they're up 3-1 tonight against the Twins. Showing bunt, pitch into the dirt. He did not offer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees with a threat in the 7th. Yankees won the first 2 games of the series, only scored 8 total runs. Red Sox only had 1 run though before tonight. He's bunting, fouls it away at the plate. 1-2.
Thoughts of pushing that one, it looked like, with the lefty. Mentioned Coulomb really falling off that side of the mound. You push this bunt to Contreras, and I don't really know how anybody's going to beat him to first base. So, with 2 strikes, I think it's off the board. But
yeah, you would think. 1 down in the inning. They lead at first and second. Swinging away, and he loops it to center field. Cedon coming on. It'll drop for a hit, and that'll load the bases for the 2nd time tonight for the Yankees. Caballero bloops a single. 3 consecutive hits. And no place to put Austin Wells.
Well, after a couple really good breaking balls, look where this one ends up. I mean, this he's already shown you he's going to chase some curveballs in the dirt. And this one here is just left up a little too high, enough to get a piece of it.
Well, you got a lefty. Wells 0 for 2. He's flied out to left each time. He'll take ball 1. Base hits by Grisham, Chisholm, and Caballero. And Coulomb in trouble. Indicating a bunt, pulls it away, didn't go. 2-0.
That's a little something you don't normally see, right? 1 out, bases loaded. You put a bunt down. If you're Coulomb, just pick it up, throw it home, right? Force out.
The Yankees have them loaded with 1 down. And that is off the plate for ball 3. And if you're just tuning us in at intermission from the Bruins Sabres, Peyton Tolley was the star in the early portion of the game. He struck out the first 5 men he faced. He was brilliant over 6 innings. Red Sox lead it 2-1. The next pitch is in there for a strike. He needed that to go to 3-1 on Wells. This is Danny Coulomb out of the bullpen. Bases loaded, Jam with 1 down. Got to make another big pitch. The 3-1 on Wells. Swings and lines it foul. 3-2.
He got himself in a little hole here after getting the first guy. He struck out Grichuk, you remember, to start this inning. 3 consecutive singles. Fought back into 3-2. Got to execute here. Love to get this ground ball with the catcher running.
Coulomb with a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss to strike him out. 2 down. Cora out of the pen. Rosario will be next. Weissert about to be brought in. The Red Sox, for the 2nd time in the game, are trying to get out of a bases loaded jam against the Yankees without them getting on the scoreboard. Here comes Weissert. We'll take the break. They're all filled up, but 2 down, and Bellinger about to hit. Time now for the Ford.com/local call to the bullpen. And that noted Italian Greg Weissert, pitched for Team Italy in the WBC, 4.82 ERA, inherits the bases loaded.
I remember a couple nights ago, huge inning, came in, struck out the side, carried some momentum into it, making his 11th appearance here, and this is a big out here with Bellinger stepping up to the plate.
Bellinger to hit for Rosario, 265 with 3 home runs. And a 1-time National League MVP. And immediately time granted here. 2 down. Grisham at 3rd, Chisholm at 2nd, Caballero at 1st. Red Sox up 2-1.
He's the guy that Cora likes to go to with men on base. You know, you're snake bitten early on. Get up the long ball. Has been good lately. Big spot here.
2-0. Bellinger with a lot of big hits in his career. He has 9 grand slams. Judge would hit next. And the 2-0 pitch. And a strike. Weissert home at a 2-1. Line drive and a base hit. Into left center. Into score is Grisham. Into score is Chisholm. Bellinger off the bench and he delivers, and the Yankees have the lead 3-2.
It came right in. Just fell behind, right? 2-0 had to come in. Bellinger took it, but then 2-1. Same spot. Want to throw a strike there. Don't want to get the 3-1 with the bases loaded. Forced to come in with this heater. Bellinger doesn't try to do too much. Stays a big part of the ballpark. And gives the Yankees the lead.
Their 4th hit in the inning. They had 3 in the entire game before this 7th, and here's Judge. Oh for 2 strikeouts.
Both those runs will be charged to Coulomb.
Two down, and the 0-1 pitch from Weissert. 0-2.
Yeah, he's still not out of it here. Big at bat here. You want to keep it right here at 1. Had that big back and forth. They faced each other in that WBC, and I don't forget it. Weissert, he threw him a changeup down and in. I don't know if that's a pitch he's ever thrown to a righty. I remember thinking during the season that's something Judge is going to keep in the back of his mind. We'll see if he goes after it again.
With an 0-2 pitch. Line drive into right center field. It was a fastball at 94. Another run will score. Caballero is in, heading into second. Judge, he'll slide in. Throw gets away, but no advance by Bellinger. Yankees now leading it 4-2. And Judge, who's had a pretty quiet series to this point, gets a little loud in the 7th inning.
Fastball just too much of the plate. You see where Narvaez wanted this thing. He wanted that thing down and away. Just too much of it. And Judge, who's a guy that we know can leave the ballpark, goes the other way with it as well. Brady kicks it around a little bit. Not allow Judge to get the second.
So it'll be a base hit and an E9. First error the Red Sox have made in a week. And Rice has been intentionally walked, which will reload the bases. So unlike the 4th inning, where Peyton Tolley was on the high wire and never fell off, he loaded the bases with nobody out and he escaped. Well, it doesn't happen here in the 7th inning as the Yankees are put across 3. And Coulomb charged with all of those. And now Giancarlo Stanton becomes the 9th Yankee to bat in the 7th. As the Yankees bear down on a sweep here at Fenway. Across for strike 1. Samaniego getting ready in the pen, the left-hander. They are all loaded up again for the Yankees. And the 0-1.
Got ahead of Judge 0-2. Fastball up middle of the plate. How about location? Gonna give him something off to try to swing and miss at.
1-1. Sweeper got by him. 1-2. Stanton has struck out in the 2nd, in the 4th, and again in the 6th. Weissert trying to make it 4 for 4. He got a piece of that one. Stan's actually been a very good hitter in his career with the bases loaded. .321. So the Yankees with a 2-run lead all of a sudden. And Greg Weissert's 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out. That for the 4th time. But 3 big runs up there for the Yankees. They lead at 4-2 in the middle of the 7th. And has a big hit. Now he's in left field, and Ryan McMahon, who's a vacuum cleaner, takes over at third. Judge also with his biggest hit of the series, and it's 4-2 Yankees all of a sudden. And Cam Schlittler staying on to work his 7th against Wilyer Abreu.
Well, after this Red Sox lineup really made Schlittler work. He had 49 pitches after 3 innings. It's been 32 in the last 3. Had some easy outs. He's settled in. We've seen a lot of that with this team here in the last week or so.
Line drive and a base hit for Abreu. So a promising start for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 7th. He's 1 for 2. The leadoff man aboard.
Nice short stroke on this hanging cutter. But you'd like to think that second, third time through the order, you'd actually kind of know how you're being attacked, right, and know what the adjustments could be. And it seems like that part of this game, for a while now, it's been rather easily for the starters. Try to finish him off this inning, get him out of the game.
Trevor Story has reached on an error. He'll ground that one to the shortstop. Caballero taps the bag for 1 double play. You're just thinking the base hit by Abreu is a nice bounce back after a punch to the gut. And now Story with a twin killing.
4-seamer kind of just up and away. Swing around it, pounding in that ground. After promising leadoff single, you 3 pitches, 2 outs.
Marcelo Meyer RBI double. Also grounded to first, 1 for 2 tonight. Yankees have out hit the Red Sox 8-4. And a line drive softly hit right at Chisholm. That's it. Fast inning.
Medical centers advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked security care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org.
Well, getting into the late innings, and the Yankees on top as they look for a sweep here in Boston. Samaniego, the left-hander, out of the pen to take on McMahon, batting for the first time, and he's got a base hit. Yankees had 5 singles in the 7th inning. And start off the 8th inning with another one by McMahon.
Samaniego making his 5th appearance. Been impressive. 4 walks, but 7 Ks. See that whip down to 9-4. Hasn't given up a run yet.
That'll bring up Grisham, who has gone 1 for 3. He had the first of their base hits that started the rally in the 7th inning against Coulomb. He scored. Chisholm scored. Caballero scored. Bellinger coming off the bench with a 2-run hit. Judge followed with one of his own after that. And that flipped it.
Yeah, it's weird to see the Yankees put up 3 runs in an inning, not really get an extra base hit out of it. It was just 5 consecutive hits, or 5 out of 6 hitters. Just singles.
Inside a ball with a sweeper. 2-1. Yankees trying to win their 6th in a row. They are an AL best 15-9. 2-2. And you hate for it to be washed away in the memory. If the Red Sox lose tonight, it's a Yankee sweep. But Peyton Tolley was just magnificent. Especially for a guy who hadn't pitched since April 12th. And a 2-2 from the lefty. And he pins it in there for strike 3. Punches out Grisham, 1 gone.
Good fastball, just sort of challenging him. That sinker's going to be about 93. He just kind of challenged him right here with this fastball. The Grisham was looking for something else, but by the way, Red Sox also 8-0 this year when they started to go 6. Peyton did go 6, only gave up 1, struck out 11.
93 pitches. No decision for him. Well, Chisholm's had a big night. A home run down the right field line. Hits that one hard. Nice backhanded by Meyer. Tough play by Story and safe at first. He had to spin and throw after the high toss. Red Sox thinking about a challenge on this.
Well, this is a nice pick by Marcelo, but the flip is a little bit high and behind him, forcing him to kind of, and then ooh, never even touched the base. He never touched the base. That flip took him off the bag, and I thought he was going to retouch second. Never did. They might have caught a break.
Well, the Red Sox didn't challenge, but neither did the Yankees.
Wow.
And here's Caballero with 2 down and a runner at first. Throw down to first base. The swipe tag won't get him. Caballero in this one, 1 for 3, a base hit.
Pitcher's called a strike. Batter's challenging.
And a batter challenge on the play. Back to that replay at first and not in time. ABS powered by T-Mobile. That is a strike.
New York has no challenges remaining.
So the Yankees burn their last one, the last of the 2. We found out Jose Caballero likes to challenge.
Yeah, I'm not great at it either.
Now the home plate umpire Lipka is going to warn San Diego here.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Caballero did it more so in game 1.
Because he looks down or out into space for the longest time. He doesn't look up until the very last second, until right at 9. He's got it down. Got to lock in by 8. It's the hitter's responsibility. He's got to address the pitcher by 8. Another throw over. That is disengagement number 2.
You got to keep an eye on Jazz. Now the lefty changes. You can still go over there 3rd time. You don't have all that freedom. You can pick him off. He's out. Just till he gets back, he's going to be awarded 2nd. Caballero's 10th challenge of the year.
Wow, that's high. That's really high.
5 have been overturned, 50%, but 10. I think the Sox have about 23 as a team.
That's right. 2 down, 1 on. And a ball. 4 runs, 9 hits, an error for the Yankees. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Boston. In the 8th inning of the finale of this series. Try to hold up. It's a strike anyway. And 2-2. So another low hit night for the Red Sox. Just 4 hits. They do have a home run. That was Narvaez. That time will be granted. That was a solo shot. Red Sox have exactly 1 3-run homer all season long.
I think last year they were all 3-run homers early, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Bunch of them. Runner taken off, and that's going to be fair down the line. Chisholm stopped at the bag. Here's the throw into second. That's off the glove of Meyer. And they'll have runners at second and third. Caballero poking one just inside the bag, and the Yankees are at it again. Second and third, 2 out.
This fastball's way off the plate. He just goes and gets it and just pushes it down that line. See Contreras kind of hopping off just underneath his glove. Luckily, Chisholm was stealing on that play, on that pitch, and really got caught up at second base. Didn't really see it get through. He might have been able to score if he just kept running.
Yeah, he stopped at the bag for a few seconds. Austin Wells here. He'll flick it foul. He's gone 0 for 3. Yankees 10 hits now. Not many for extra bases, but so far 4 runs and another threat here in the 8th inning. Foul ball at the plate, nothing at 2.
I sort of feel like you want to have a shot in this one. You got to keep it right where it is. Runs have been hard to come by for this offense. At least at 2, you can get a little something going late. Down 4 would be tough.
Watson warm in the pen. Chisholm down at third, Caballero at second. So very good speed out there for the Yankees. And Bellinger at a huge hit in the 7th on deck. And it's 2-2. Base hit should mean 2 here for the Yankees. Instead of ground ball, little 2-hopper here to Marcelo Meyer, underhander in time, and the Yankees will strand those men. 4-2 New York to the bottom of the 8th. CBS is proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond a prescription. Learn more at CBS.com. Well, the Yankees closing in on a 3-game sweep, something they haven't done at Fenway Park in 5 years. And Schlittler is out there for his 8th inning. First time he's done that in the regular season. Of course, he did it very famously against the Red Sox in the wild card last year.
Well, that's the reason why. Look at the 6th and 7th inning. That is the 3rd time through the order, and it took him 10 pitches to get 6 outs.
The shattered bat here by Durbin, gobbled up by Caballero. There's so many fast innings. And you're right, it's pretty damning to say 3rd time through when you ought to be at your best. You're making the fastest outs.
Yeah. This is back in the 5th inning. When you're making him work a little bit, 75 pitches, you figured, okay, maybe this guy's going to go 6. You can get him out. Another 2-pitch out there. The 3rd time through, you thinking, okay, we're having discussions talking about how he's attacking us, how we're seeing him. It's been his easiest innings.
The Red Sox home run was presented by New England area Audi dealers. First home run of the year for Narvaez. But again, precious little offense. Red Sox had only had 1 run in the series before tonight. They have had 2 in this game, including that home run, but only 4 hits. Again.
Yeah, the first one. It's an error by Rosario at third, if you remember, with 2 outs, and it was that double.
1-1. Red Sox had 5 hits last night, only 4 on Tuesday. That was a 4-0 loss. Had 6 on Sunday, 5 on Saturday. Even Friday, they managed only 4 hits, won that game 1-0. But Monday was the exception. 12 hits on Patriots Day and 8 runs, but that was a big outlier. Numbers are the numbers, and they are ugly. One down and a 2-2 home. And put him away with a high slider. 2 down.
Slider up out of the zone.
Number 16, Jarren Duran.
He's only gone 8 innings twice in his career, once in the postseason against this team, and he's 1 out away from doing it for the first time in his career in the regular season.
Jarren Duran 1 for 3 out of the leadoff spot tonight with a single. And it's not like he's dominating the Red Sox with Ks. He's only struck out 4.
No, not like the 12 he had in the postseason, a wild card game.
0-1. And again, in the entire series, the Red Sox have not had back-to-back hits, which is pretty incredible. Curveball 1-2.
Yeah, they haven't had 2 hits in an inning. I think they've only done that once in this series, and it came in the 9th last night. It's the only time they've had 2 hits in 1 inning.
Cam's mom there. Well, the Walpole kid has been brutal against the team he grew up rooting for. And the 1-2 on the way. And struck him out 96 miles an hour to make it a 1-2-3 8th inning. Official tire and auto service of the Red Sox, and well, starting pitching has been tremendous tonight for both sides. Schindler's gone 8. Tolley went 6, struck out 11, the career high. Yankees sprung for 3 in the 7th inning against the Sox bullpen, though, and they lead it 4-2. On to the 9th. Bellinger had a huge hit in that 7th off the bench. A 2-run single. So batting for the 2nd time, hitting .274, 3 home runs.
Yeah, last night snapped that 9-game hitting streak, going 0 for 4, but tonight comes in with the big shot of this game.
Bellinger back in 2019 pulled a Freddie Land. He won the MVP and the Rookie of the Year in the same season with the Dodgers. 2-2. And came back to the Yankees after opting out of the final year of his contract, became a free agent, and signed a new deal in the Bronx. Kind of golfs that shot, slicing away from Duran. He dives. Oh, he made a heck of a play. Outstanding catch. Tracking that all the way and then diving at the last second to steal an extra base hit.
That's a really nice catch. Bellinger, such a good hitter against lefties. Doesn't try to do too much. Just try to fillet this little sinker down and in the other way. But Duran's speed just making up the room with a beautiful catch here to start this 9th off.
And Alex Cora out to take the ball away, and it'll be Watson, the right-hander, to take on Aaron Judge in a moment. We're in the 9th inning. Yankees 4, Red Sox 2. More coming up.
It's annual Monster Mash and the Green Monsters. The Red Sox take on the Yankees Saturday, June 27th. Guests are going to enjoy complimentary food and beverage, plus mingle with the Red Sox legends. Visit redsox.com/monstermash to purchase your tickets.
Ryan Watson, the right-hander, out of the pen. He's been used a lot, in 8.10 ERA. Squaring off against Judge. And a run-scoring hit in that 7th.
You're right. The biggest hit he's had really in this series, and it's 3 outs away from getting swept, and it really wasn't because of this guy.
Yeah, not him, not Ben Rice, who had been crushing it coming into Fenway. They'll pop it up a mile high into foul territory out of play.
Every night's been a different guy for them. Talk about Stanton game 1, Rosario game 2, Bellinger off the bench. here in game 3. Just a deep lineup can beat you in so many different ways. Different guy at night.
Not to overlook their starting pitching, which has been tremendous. And I'm not saying just because they've done it against the Red Sox, it was excellent coming into this series against everybody. Lowest ERA in baseball. Bednar, the closer, ready. 1-2 pitch. Red Sox heading for Baltimore tonight. 3 games over the weekend against the Orioles, who've been a middle of the road team so far. 2-2 and a full count of Judge.
Watson trying to get him to expand that zone, but nothing close enough really to this plate to get in the nibble.
Payoff pitch, and he's going to take strike 3. He fans for the 3rd time tonight. 2 gone in the Yankee ninth.
Just kind of frozen with this little cutter. Well located though. Saw that matchups for the weekend. Bayo getting the extra day. Crochet getting an extra day. I think a lot of eyes will be on him Saturday night to see what you get from him, and then Conley early to finish it off.
Swing and a miss. Winding up Ben Rice, who struck out in the first inning. Yankees have fans 16 times tonight. That is a season high for the Red Sox pitching staff. Most of that work done by Tolley.
I mean, he was fantastic. He's going to be in this rotation now. He's going to give you 4 lefties. A lot of dangerous left-handed bats in the game. Maybe get him on the bench.
1-1 to Rice, will miss. 2 balls a strike, 2 down. Red Sox have due up in the bottom of the 9th. Rafael, Yoshida, Contreras against the Yankee closer. Trying to put some hits together, which they have not been able to do at all. The 2-1 pitch. 4 Boston hits in the game.
The match is game 1. They had 5 in game 2 with 13 hits here in 3 games. 4 runs. 3 runs.
2-2 got a piece of it.
I mean, it's a grind right now for this offense. You know, Cora talking an awful lot about it, talking about, you know, getting good pitches to hit, swinging at the right one, staying away from the edges. It's not a lack of effort. You hear, I mean, I got here today, it was early, 2 o'clock. Guys are out here hitting on the field. They're studying their own swing. They're studying the pitchers, but it's just guys putting a lot on each other to kind of be that guy to break out. It's building. Tap the helmet.
Yeah, they want to challenge. Just call the ball.
Why not? Sitting here in the 9th.
Yeah, you got your 2.
Pitcher's called the ball. The pitcher is challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Why not? There
Yeah, you got it. That is going to be strike 3. So Watson with the challenge. That's one thing that's gone right tonight. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 4-2 Yankees. Bottom of the 9th. 4-2 Yankees looking for a sweep. But boy, did this one start out beautifully for Peyton Tolley.
He struck out the side. Struck out the first 5 hitters in this game. And the fastball was absolutely electric early on. That was a good curveball down and into Judge. But he just relied on this early and often. It's a fantastic performance. You love the strut. That's when you know things are going well for Peyton Tolley.
Struck out the first 5 Yankees, 6 out of the first 7. He wound up with 11 punch outs in 6 innings. David Bednar, the closer of the Yankees, coming on. Tossed a scoreless 9th inning on Tuesday. And Cedon, first man to test him, looks at a strike. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Bednar Making his 11th appearance, does have 6 saves. He's blown 1. Good split. It's a big swing and miss pitch for him. That and that curveball you saw, the fastball. He'll run it up 96, 97 at times.
Masataka Yoshida on deck. 2 strikes on Cedon. And a right-hander will misfire up high.
You do anything you can here to get a guy on. He's looking for a little bloop in the blast.
Sox have hit a home run tonight. Just their 2nd in a week. Ground ball to third. McMahon on the money, out number 1. Cedon 0-for-4 tonight.
The designated hitter, number 7, Masataka Yoshida.
Yoshida 0-for-3. He's grounded out twice and flied out to center. So he's starting to tail off a little bit too, down to 268. No home runs.
Well, we'll see tomorrow if Roman Anthony's back into this lineup again. Back-to-back nights with a tight back.
Little pop up on the infield. First baseman there, Rice with the catch. 2 fast outs. Stop me if you've heard us say that throughout the series over and over again. Very quick outs.
Well, most of it was from Schlittler late, but there's not been a lot of pitches thrown by the New York Yankees in the last 4 innings.
And they're 1 out away from a sweep. Wilson Contreras 0-for-3, 2 strikeouts tonight. The highlight certainly Tolley's performance. Red Sox have struck out 16 Yankees, and yet the Yankees have the lead 4-2 with 2 down in the 9th. Tuno.
You normally get the Yankees here at Fenway Park in a 3-game series, and a couple of solo home runs. Really, the 3-run homer by Rosario in Game 2 was a big blow, but goals always to keep them. Game 1, Game 3 wasn't really the home run ball that killed you.
It's actually 17 strikeouts of the Yankees tonight. And that'll be in there for a strike to make it 2-1.
You put up 4 runs in each of these 3 games. You figure you're walking out of here with a victory or 2, but haven't been able to get anything going really offensively.
Bases empty, 2 down. And Contreras will slice a foul back out of play. 2-2. Boy, you strike out an opponent 17 times, you figure you're going to beat him 1-0, 2-0. Yankees with some big hits in that 7th inning. 2-2 from Bednar. Ground ball yanked to third. McMahon with a clean stab. And it's dug out by Rice at first to end the ball game. The first Yankee 3-game sweep at Fenway since 2021. 4-2 the final. The Red Sox scored a total of 3 runs in the series.
Well, all season long, the recipe's been get it started to go 6. You were 8-0. Today's the first time you had lost. And Peyton Tolley definitely went out and did his job. It's just offensively real slow, quiet homestand here for the Boston Red Sox. You go on the road, and hopefully the bats can wake up. Can't rely on your own starters to go out there and give up only 1 run a game to get W's.
Just 4 hits in the game. Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC, Will, and Jim break it down. Plus hear from Alex Cora and Peyton Tolley, who really was phenomenal tonight. That and more coming up after the break.